people always ask me like, how do you manage it? I'm like, honestly, time management is key. Planning everything ahead of time is key. Yeah.
Welcome on the Crochet Podcast, the podcast to learn everything about your favorite crochet creator. I'm so happy to welcome Jenna from Crochet by Genna in this new episode of the podcast. I truly loved her energy and her incredible passion for crochet. She's a real inspiration to all the crocheters that want to start their own business and don't know where to start. I really loved hearing her story and I'm sure you will do too. Let's meet Jenna. Hi Gina, thank you so much for accepting to be my guest on the Crochet Podcast. I am so happy to have you. I'm so happy you accepted my invitation. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. It was such an honor to see your DM inviting me to this podcast because the lineup that you've had in the past is so impressive. So the fact that you reached out, it is a pleasure to be here. It is a pleasure.
But you are part of all these creators, you are part of them.
Oh, no, thank you so much. Sometimes it doesn't feel real, honestly.
I know. I totally understand. Can you please, for people that don't know you already, can you please introduce yourself and tell me what you do in the crochet world?
Yeah, hello everybody. I'm Jenna. I love to crochet, as I always like to introduce myself that way. I started crocheting back in January of 2022. My mother bought me a cat crochet kit for Christmas. Before this, I was always a knitter, and I didn't like it. I found it very boring. Yes.
Okay,
so
I didn't know.
I was a knitter. Yes,
Wow.
yes. I started knitting as like a young child, actually. My mom also got me into that.
Wow.
And I got bored of it, because you could only make like hats and blankets and scarves. It wasn't really interesting. So with crochet, she's like, hey, try to make this cat sweater. And I honestly didn't make the cat sweater. It was too hard. So then I went on YouTube.
Yeah, it seems so hard for me. Like, what?
Yeah.
A sweater?
Even to this day, I'm too intimidated by like wearables. It's like a whole different realm.
Yes. You have to think about sizes and stuff, and I'm like, I'm out. If you have to do math, I'm done.
No, literally. So I went on YouTube and I quickly saw like all of the, amigurumi projects out there. So I'm like, I want to make my own stuffed animals. And that's how I got into it. And that's how I got into it. I never stopped.
YouTube tutorials and stuff like that.
Yes, YouTube tutorial, because I'm a very like visual learner, but I sat myself down. I'm like, you know what? We're going to make this turtle. And that was my first ever project. It was a turtle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that why you have developed this like passion for turtles?
Yes, turtles hold a special place in my heart. They're my first ever crochet project. Wait, I feel like, I thought I had
You can show me.
I kept him. He's in a different room. I'll have to go get him at the end. But yes, my very first crochet project. So I feel like that is why I've like carried this love for turtles ever since.
And I've seen viral videos of you with like a giant turtles, right? You like making them like giants.
Yes. Oh. Wait, I have one in my head. I'm working on a giant turtle now. And they're just so big.
Yes. What yarn is that?
This is Premier Parfait XL. Yeah, so it's the size 7, so it gets you that really big
Very
jumbo.
big, yes, I've used that before. What type of hook?
9mm. My go-to 9mm if you're trying to do a jumbo plushie. Love 9mm hook. Yeah, and I have like these sparkly ones.
Oh, they're so cute. We have to post a picture of the giant turtles because just the head is like insane. I know. So
yeah, and I have the body over there. I'm gonna make it into a sunflower, so I'll show you at the very end.
Yeah, so you have you love turtles. Like, do you love also the animal, like the turtle animal?
I do. I love turtles. I feel like my favorite animal is a cat, though. I cannot lie. Cats are my favorite. But in terms of crocheting, love making the turtles.
Yes, and the result is always like so cute, and I know it's a good seller in markets also, like people sell them very well.
Yes, I feel like turtles in general at markets, online, like there's a very big like niche for it. Like people really love sea turtles, land turtles, anything turtle.
Yeah. My favorite animal is like sea turtles, so I was like, oh my god, this is so great. And I never crocheted a turtle. I really have to.
Wait, you haven't made one yet? Oh my gosh, you do. I would love to see your turtle.
I
would love
know
to
I
see your
have to make
version.
one. Do
That would
do
be so fun.
you make patterns for them?
Yeah, well, you should totally do my like human-sized turtle. You should make them
Mm-hmm.
really
My
jumbo because I
husband
feel
will
like
be so happy to have this on the bed.
yeah, no, it's perfect for like cuddling and everything. And I feel like you've made jumbo plushies too. So I
Yes,
think
yes.
it would be up your alley. It would be up your alley.
Oh, that's so cool. What do you do with the
Yeah.
giant ones?
I've never kept one for myself. I always just, make them to sell them or
Okay.
customers like request them. But I know my customers love just like having them on their bed, having them to just
Yes.
like hug. It's very like emotional support, like plushie,
Turtle.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, emotional support turtle.
You can take it
Yeah.
on a plane and everything.
Yeah, you might have to buy it a plain seat for itself, but yeah.
Yes, yes. I think that's amazing. And do you make other stuff or you only make turtles?
No, so I make a wide variety. Like, I think when I first started crocheting, I just was so eager to make whatever pattern is out there. I like dove in. I never crossed off a pattern. Like, I am open to making whatever.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I love making all plushies. But plushies, I feel like I did try to make a sweater here or there, but
Yeah.
I'm not into it. I'm not
I
into it.
think we all have this feeling. I've talked to a lot of
Yeah.
like amigurumi, and we are like, oh,
Yeah.
we need to try to make a cardigan one day, and it seems so
It's just
long to make.
it's long. That's why I love amigurumi. Like, you get that instant gratification. You're like, okay, I
Yeah,
can
it's
finish this
pretty fast.
project. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
How long does
Yeah.
it take you to make the giant turtle?
Honestly, if I like really dedicate myself, I could get it done in like 2 days.
Oh wow! And there is
Yeah.
not that much showing, right?
So with these ones, it's funny that I love turtles because I really don't like sewing. And with
Mm-hmm.
my patterns, like you have to sew the four fins, the tail, and the head. So
Mm-hmm.
there is quite
Okay.
a lot of sewing involved, but it's worth it. It's worth it.
Yeah, but it's big also, so it's different. I feel like it's different to sew on a big thing because you can make like big moves.
No, no,
I don't know.
literally. I
Is
tell
that
people
like?
it's like it's a workout. I have to like I sweat. I am like it's a workout to like make
Yeah.
these turtles and sew them. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's so cool. And
Yeah.
so I know we are recording this podcast after
Yeah.
work because you actually have a full-time job. Guys, she has a full-time job. I just can't believe it because you produce so much on social media. I always see your content and
Oh,
everything. So can you please
yeah.
tell me more about like your double life?
Yes. Oh my gosh, it's so funny to call it that, but I honestly do
It
feel like I
is.
am
It
working
is.
a double life. Like I will go, so I work a regular like 9 to 5 corporate job. I'm kind of like in the finance space. I'm like typing
Okay.
away on Excel and
You work
then
from home?
after yes, oh yeah, that's an important
Okay.
thing. I work from home.
Mm.
I don't know. I feel like if I didn't work from home, it would definitely be more of a challenge for sure.
Yes,
Because
because if you have to commute and everything for
commute,
sure, yeah.
exactly. So no, it's a blessing. I get to work from home. So I'll like log on in the morning, work 9 to 5, do all these like finance and Excel stuff. And then my creativity cap gets to come on after work. And it's a really great outlet, honestly. It's so like relaxing after a hard
Yeah.
day at work on the computer. You can just crochet. Yeah.
Wow. Did you ever like tell me a secret? Did you ever like crochet during a Zoom meeting or something?
Yes, no, 100%. And honestly, sometimes it's relaxing too. Like, you definitely have to be a multitasker. I feel like anyone can relate. If you work and also have a crochet business, you definitely can relate. It's all about that multitasking.
Yes, you have to think about everything.
Yeah.
Do you plan a lot? Like, do you organize? Because I know when you don't have a lot of time, you have to sometimes organize your life better. Like, do you feel you are planning a lot?
Yes, that is like my secret to like being able to handle everything. I am like a religious planner. I have
Oh,
my planner right on my desk. I'll write down all my deadlines. I'll write down a whole to-do list every single day, what plushies I
okay.
need to get done, everything.
Oh, okay. So you think like it's the key to be organized?
Yes,
I
because
have to
people always
follow
ask
your
me.
advice.
No, people always ask me like, how do you manage it? I'm like, honestly,
Yes.
time management is key. Planning everything ahead of time is key.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. Yes,
yeah.
that's true. Mostly when it comes like to social media and stuff, I feel like you need to know your content in advance. If not, it just goes all over the place.
Exactly, exactly. And it's great with like Instagram and like a bunch of the other platforms. You can always schedule things ahead of time.
True. Yes.
So if I know one week will be really busy, I'll just like write everything out the week before and just like have it planned and queued up.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's like I feel like that is key. That's what has really helped me. It's still a lot though. It's still a lot, but
Yes,
yes.
it's crazy. And mostly, so everything on night, right? And
Yes,
weekends, do you do
yes.
weekends a little bit? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to say the work-life balance, it's not there.
There
It's
is
not
none.
there. There's none, but I
It's
love
okay.
crochet.
We are
Yeah,
all there. I think it's so
you,
hard, like, to
it's hard.
manage it, or like
It is.
having a
It's like
small
when you,
business, it's taking over your life. You
there is
just have
no
to
end.
accept it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and but it's like we love it. Like it's our passion. So I don't really view it as work. I'm like, okay, now I get to crochet. Now I get to
Yeah,
like
you see it
do
as a hobby. Yeah.
exactly, exactly. Yeah.
And so you were telling me earlier that you wish you could do that full time.
Yes, yes.
So what's stopping you? Tell me more.
I'm a very risk averse person, right? So it's so daunting to think about like taking this full time, even though I've seen so many other creators do it. And I look up to them. You had them on your podcast. They talk about
Yeah.
going full time. And honestly, it is a goal for myself, but
Yeah.
it's scary if we want to be real about it. It's scary to dive into
It is.
that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
And do you feel like you already make revenue from your crochet business? Is that something you could, if you really wanted to, like, could you go full time?
Yes,
Mm,
100%. I feel like
okay.
crochet is such a great place to like make money passively, and I think a lot of people are starting to realize that. And through patterns and through
Yes.
YouTube and like all these other platforms, you can passively make income, but the only
Yeah.
thing is like it's not guaranteed like a salary job, you know? So
Yes, yes,
it's always a
absolutely.
little risk. It's always a little risk. And also, you know how they say like sometimes when you monetize your passions, sometimes the love for it goes away. So I feel
Yes.
like
Yeah.
by going full time, maybe I don't know, maybe some of the passion will go away because I'll be so
Yeah.
worried
Yeah.
about making ends meet, you know?
Yeah, no, you are so right. I don't say my passion went away. It's been like 2 years I do that, but it's for sure
That's good.
another dimension of it. Like, it's not the
Yeah.
same. I still love crocheting, but it's for sure a little bit more stressful. Like, for
Yes.
sure. Mostly,
Yes.
I realize in America you have to pay health insurance. So when you don't go full time, when you have like a corporate job, you get health insurance and everything. And I
Every
didn't know that.
401k, like everything, yeah.
Yes. And then you go independent and you're like, okay, how do I go to hospital if I need to, or stuff like that. So in the
No,
US, it's another like dimension.
no, 100%. And it's something that like, yeah, people don't really realize. It's so much more than just like the income. It's like the
Oh
benefits to like
yeah.
having salary job, the security,
Yes.
all that stuff.
And the same amount every month, like how much you're gonna
Yes.
make. Yeah.
Exactly,
Well, that's good,
exactly.
and maybe you will not, and it's okay, and or maybe one day
Yeah.
you're just gonna be like, you know what, let's do it, and
Let's do
you
it.
know,
I'm gonna, yeah,
but you
I'll keep
managed to
listening to your
do
podcast.
both very
Yeah.
well,
Yes, I
so
was gonna tell everybody, like, if you do want to do both, it's totally possible. Like, don't let that
yes,
hold you
yeah.
back. You don't need to go full time.
And you are so passionate about it, you are not tired of it, so I think that's why, yeah, I love having you on the podcast, because you are the first one, and I think
Oh,
that's super cool to hear your like feedback.
oh my gosh, no, yeah. I love bringing that perspective because I feel like a lot of people get like intimidated. I'm like, no, you can still work. You can still work and do this
Yes,
as a
and you
side
don't have
hustle.
to go like super hard, like
You
when you
don't.
first start, like you don't have to create a multinational company as soon as you start. So,
Exactly,
yeah,
exactly. You can just start small. You can start like on your weekends, just crochet
yeah,
in your free time. Throw something on Etsy and see where it takes you.
yeah. Or do markets. I know people that do markets on weekend during holidays and stuff like that, and you can totally do
Exactly.
that too.
Exactly. No, exactly. I feel like it is though like the dream of everybody's eventually to of course like do something that you love full time.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
maybe it is in the cards for me eventually. I'll keep listening to your podcast, getting inspired by others who are full time, and maybe I'll take the plunge.
We have to do a new episode like the day you go full time.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
We do a new episode and you tell me what you think about it.
Yes, yes, my honest take. Jenna goes full time. How does it go?
Yeah. 1 year later.
1 year later. Yeah,
So,
no, exactly.
how long have you been doing that? Like doing buff?
Literally since I started, so back in January of 2022, this
Okay,
past
since
January.
you have your
Since I
kit
started?
and everything. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's been amazing. It's literally been crazy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trade it for anything.
And you grew, so yeah, you grew pretty fast on social media because right now on Instagram you have like 116,000 followers.
Yeah.
And do you have other platform as well?
I have YouTube too. That
Okay.
I started that last April, like late March, early April. We're almost coming up on a year, and now I have
Yeah.
80K. I have 80K
Oh,
subscribers on
wow.
there. Yeah,
That's so
I know you have a
cool.
YouTube too, right?
Yes, I have a YouTube.
I watch. Yeah,
Thank you.
I watch you. Yeah, but no, I don't. It's been crazy. It's been crazy.
Yeah, social media can really make you grow like super fast. If there is like one piece of content that you really have the feeling made you go super viral and you got a lot of followers from it?
Yes, I can tell you the exact moment.
Okay, tell me.
So I love making my like jumbo sunflower turtles, and back last year, I think it was around like maybe like this time, February, March,
Okay.
and I decided to post a reel. I wasn't really posting reels, but I was like, you know what? Everyone says to post a reel, it gets you more engagement. Let me try it out.
Yeah.
So like, I am no expert. I did not like use editing software or anything. I just shot this on Instagram, with my phone, and I just kind of filmed the process of me making the sunflower turtle, and I posted it. I posted it on a Saturday night, which is usually not the best time for engagement.
Yeah,
like people are out and about doing things on Saturday. I'm like, I'll just post it though for fun. I think within like the first 10 minutes, I got like 20K views. I'm like, what?
People were at the bar and be like, oh my god, look at this giant turtle.
Literally, and it was nothing special. It literally was nothing special. I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. 20K views. Like, this was mind-blowing to me because at this time, my reels got like 1,000 views tops. Like, I was like, this took off immediately, and to this day, I still do not know why. The algorithm is crazy. You never know what will take off. But from that day, you never know. But then I started gaining like thousands of followers like overnight, and the video went into the millions. I think now it's like 2 point something million views, and I was like, that's crazy. That was my first ever time going like viral.
Oh yeah, and it's so crazy to see the number of views like go up, and you are like, oh my god.
You're like,
mostly
wow,
on a Saturday night. It's crazy because we always hear like, make sure to post at a specific time. Like I always look at my audience time and everything, and actually
no, it could be a completely random. And after that, I started posting on Saturday night. I'm like, oh, maybe this is like the hot spot. It never happened again.
Yeah, sometimes it's just you don't. But you're right. One day, I think it was 2 years ago, I posted on a Saturday, and it went super big. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try again, and it didn't go big at all.
It never did. That's like the crazy thing about social media. Like people always ask for tips and stuff, but like at the end of the day, you just never know what will happen. You never know.
Yeah. It's more like just like post often and see how it goes.
Hope for the best. Cross the fingers.
Yeah. It's what I do every time I post. I like cross finger. I'm like, okay, let's see how this one go.
No, seriously, you never know. You never know how it'll go.
But you said like you posted the process. I do know people love process video. Like they like seeing the beginning and the end, and it lasts long usually. So Instagram likes that.
Yes, no, exactly. So people are always curious about the process, like you said. Like from then on, I think I started doing process videos a lot more.
Yeah,
people love
I watch
seeing
process video of everything, like cooking,
Me
like
too.
woodwork, everything,
Everything.
makeup.
It's just so interesting.
Mm-mm.
It holds your
And it's very
attention.
satisfying, I have the feeling. Sometimes you're just curious about what it's gonna look
Yeah.
like.
Yeah,
So,
no, definitely.
so did you have the feeling that growing your community helped your business? Did you see like a connection?
Oh, yes. After that sunflower turtle reel went like viral, so many orders for the sunflower turtle. It skyrocketed and like all my followers, I went from like I don't know, at the time I was only at maybe like 12 or 13K. I reached 20K like by the end of that month. Like
Okay.
it really propelled me on and
Yeah.
there's a total correlation there.
And do you have the pattern as well, or you just like sell them?
So, no, I just sell the physical plushie.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, this was before
Oh,
I started really making patterns and everything.
it's so much work. So how
It's
many
so much
orders
work.
did you get?
I got so many. I had to cap it. I would get like at a time I had like 40 of them. I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna make all these.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh,
So
40?
yeah, yeah. To this day, I still sell them, and they still do really well. But I have it set up as like a pre-order, so people will order them, but they won't
Yes.
get it for like a month because I will have to
Mm.
go and make them
And
when I
for
have
the
time.
yarn also, like the time you need to order yarn and
Exact,
everything.
exactly. So that's why I'm doing
40
pre-order.
turtles, that's a lot.
Girl, my hands, I couldn't
I'm
do it.
sure.
Yeah.
One day I had to sell, like, I remember it was like 4 or 5 Mario and Luigi. So it was like 10 of them. I
Oh
was
my gosh.
so overwhelmed. I,
Yeah.
I couldn't sleep.
Yeah, it gets you. It keeps you up at night. You're like, I gotta
And you
make
think
these
about it
orders.
all.
Yeah, because I hate making people wait. I hate making people wait, you know?
Yeah, but good stuff takes time,
Takes
and
time. Exactly.
crocheting
Exactly.
takes time.
Takes time. Exactly. Exactly. I have to keep telling myself that. Like, it'll be worth the wait for them. They're willing to wait.
Yes, I think
Yeah.
people understand, like they see you, mostly when you post like process video, I feel like people can see how long it takes and it's actually
Yeah.
you who makes it and not a factory or whatever.
Exactly. There's a person behind the product. Yeah.
Um, so
For sure.
you say you are on Instagram, you are on YouTube. Are you on TikTok as well?
I am on TikTok, but like I am not really focusing on it. I have never had luck on TikTok. I
Yeah.
feel like so many people on TikTok go viral so easily. I never had luck with that, but I am
Mm.
on TikTok. I'm trying to slowly grow my TikTok too.
TikTok is tough. I'm scared
Yeah.
of TikTok.
Yeah. Are
I'm
you on
scared of
TikTok?
the. Yeah, but I have like no followers.
It's hard.
Because I think they see what I do because I post the same thing, like, which you should not do that. Okay, don't listen
Yeah.
to me.
No,
But
girl,
I
same.
post the same. I save. Oh, it's so bad. I save my reel from Instagram and post it on TikTok.
Girl,
And
same.
people obviously see it. They're like, yeah, okay, girl. Like, I just don't know what to do on TikTok. I just, yeah.
Girl, no, say less. I literally have done the same thing, and I do that for YouTube Shorts too.
Yeah, but who cares about YouTube Shorts,
Okay,
right?
yeah, YouTube Shorts, but no, for
Are
TikTok,
people watching YouTube Short? Like,
people are watching it. I feel like, okay, so for a secret too, when I first started my YouTube, the way I hit my first 1,000 subscribers was through YouTube Shorts. I noticed that like for every YouTube short I posted, I would gain like 100 subscribers. Even in the early days when I had
really?
I had like 10 subscribers, I posted a YouTube short, I would have 110
100.
subscribers.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. It didn't
So
happen to me. It doesn't
I guess,
work.
oh my gosh, no, ever since I've like, grown my channel, now there's like less emphasis. Like people are like, YouTube shorts. But with
Yeah.
TikTok, I think people like when you talk. So that's why I switched
Oh,
up.
yeah.
Yeah, it's weird though. It's
I have
weird.
nothing to say. Yeah, now they send me something like saying I have to post a video of more than 1 minute. I was like, wait,
Oh,
what? What do you want to
yeah.
see? Like,
Yeah, it is a struggle. It's easy for
yeah,
other people, like, oh, get ready with me. So obviously, they can do a minute of talking. But for
yes,
us, it's like, what do we do?
yeah. And I'm trying to post like the clips from the podcast,
Oh,
but
that's smart.
No, it doesn't
No,
work. I get
no.
like 10 views or something.
Oh my gosh. See, it's hard. TikTok is hard, girl.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. I'm the same way. Yes.
And do you do lives? Like, have you tried like TikTok live? Because I've heard that if you want to grow on TikTok, you need to go on lives.
Really? So I've heard that too, and I'm a little too scared. I want to go live on both YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, but I'm just like, I don't know. Being live like scares me.
It's scary. I'm so scared by it. If one day you do, we should do like
We should do it
together.
together, a collab. Yes. No, wait, that would take the stress off. Also,
Yes.
the silence. I don't like
Yes.
awkward silence.
Because if nobody asks a question, you are just like,
You're just
oh,
like,
hi, people.
no,
Hello.
literally, we should do a live together. That would be fun.
Yes,
That would be fun.
that would be a good way to like not be
ease
scared.
into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Yeah, like social media are tough because you can have so many followers on Instagram and on TikTok, like struggle. It's very specific. Like each platform have a very specific like demand, I will say, in terms of like content.
And you have to find that sweet spot.
But you don't have to have like followers everywhere, you know, like
you don't.
You see like your business is doing great and you don't have 1,000 followers or 1,000 followers on TikTok. So
exactly, you don't have to be successful on every platform, and I feel like that's so important because people really, I feel like, get stressed. They're like, I need to, make a name for myself on all these platforms. You don't. You really don't.
I honestly feel self-conscious about my TikTok.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I'm like, I think I have 3,000 followers, and I'm like, this is embarrassing because like.
Girl, no, I totally feel it's so easy to compare yourself. I'm like, why aren't I like, have all these TikTok followers on this other crochet account? Yeah.
And on TikTok, some people can have so many followers, like compared to Instagram.
Well, have you seen on TikTok the randomest things go viral? Like right now, this chocolate covered strawberries. Have you seen that?
Yes, I saw 33 million views.
For like a subpar video.
Yeah, well, I will never go viral on TikTok. It's just, I've seen it. I'm like, what?
I know. Exactly. It's like, how is this? Exactly.
And he went bigger than another girl, a girl before. What was her name?
Bella.
Yes. Right? And her video, I could understand. I was like, oh, okay, this is a cool video,
Yeah.
But the strawberries,
I'm like,
okay, I'm giving up. I'm like, I'm out of the TikTok game.
Everyone said that. They're like, okay, clearly TikTok has gone off the wire. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. But that's good that you say that, like, you don't have to be everywhere and be like super proactive everywhere.
You don't. Yeah. It definitely, I guess it helps, but you don't need to put that pressure on yourself. Like, one platform is like enough work.
Yeah. And as you say, like, you had a viral video on Instagram once, maybe you're gonna post a video on TikTok and one day you're just gonna go viral. So sometimes you just don't know. You just have to post, I guess.
Yeah, you have to post. This reminds me, I did have some other viral videos on both like Instagram, and I have one on TikTok. That was my one claim to fame on TikTok.
Wow.
but they both involve one thing. It's like me actually opening up and like being transparent about crochet finances, because I follow a lot of artists on YouTube and a lot of other like small businesses, and they all like seem to be very transparent about the finance side, whereas I didn't really see that in the crochet space. So I said, I want to help out my fellow crocheters. Sometimes you don't know how lucrative or how worth it is to like start a small business. So I kind of opened up about my finances. I was like, I'll be honest, I'll be transparent with you guys.
Wow.
And people seem to really like it. People really seem to like it.
It's so scary, like, were you scared before posting it? Like, you never know how people are gonna react.
Well, I feel like part of the reason why it went viral was because there were just like a bunch of hate comments. But yeah.
Well, people are mad because you're doing well in life, like.
Yeah, they're just like, we don't believe you kind of thing. I'm like, it's whatever.
Okay, I'm just gonna show you my tax report, like.
Yeah. But it's fine. It's more engagement, honestly. I'm not mad.
Yes.
But but the amount of like comments that I got saying like this has helped me so much, like I really appreciate it, that makes it worth it, and that was the whole point of it. Yeah.
No, I feel that's good to be like transparent, and as you say, some people don't know, and a lot of people don't know if they should do full time or whatever. And you're like, yeah, look how much I make. I'm not a millionaire, but look, I can survive, so that's pretty good. And it can be, if I have known that starting crochet, I think it would have motivated me, because when I started, I told my husband, I was like, you know what, if I make 1,000 a month, I will be really happy, really happy. And if I have known that I could make more, I would have been even more motivated, because I just wanted, to make some money. I didn't want to make like 10,000 a month or something.
Yeah, no, exactly. And that's why, like, that's a lot of comments that I got, like, wow, like, this is really eye-opening, or this is really inspiring and motivating. Like, as people start building their own shops, like, just keep it in mind, like, it is possible. You can turn your passion.
Big.
You can turn your passion into your full-time job, even though I'm not yet, but yeah.
But possible. I mean, I think that's really inspiring, and is for sure interesting to know, because I for sure didn't know what could be an income,
Same. I just started this for fun. I was like, if I could get some extra money, that'd be great.
Exactly. That's how I felt. And now it became like, is for sure, like, some people making very good money. It can be very lucrative. Oh, a dog.
Oh, my dog, yes. Sorry, my dog, Callie.
It's okay. She wants to be on the podcast.
She wants to have her little claim to fame. But no, exactly. It can be extremely lucrative, and it's important to be, like, transparent about it so others can be inspired. At least that's how I see it. Of course, it's all about privacy too, of course, but at the same time, it's like, I do love helping people. That's, like, a big thing with my platform. I want to help people as much as I can achieve their, like, crochet dreams and stuff.
Yes. And I feel as long as you are being honest, like, of course, if you were lying about the income, like, we will be, why would you do that? But you are being honest with your audience, and I think that's very cool, because they are also your consumers, so, It's so crazy thinking about income, how much I don't know how to say it's more like a hobby can possibly make that much money nowadays, thanks to social media, thanks to Etsy, because Etsy is I feel it's a big part of it. Like, my grandma taught me how to crochet. My grandma would not have thought once again she could make money with her skills, and she knew how to crochet the best thing, like to knit the best things. And it's crazy to me that now with Etsy and everything, you can actually have some good money.
You could have your full-time job, just be a crocheter. And it really is mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing to people.
Yeah.
It's just,
I hope
it's crazy
lasts.
Technology. Yeah, no, girl, me too. So I can hop on that full-time train.
It's also very stressful. We were talking about that with Lauren from A Menagerie of Stitches. I dropped the episode today, and we were talking about that. It can be super stressful because it's good. Everything is good right now, but you are always thinking, okay, is it gonna last? Is it like, like something I can actually plan a life with it? How do you feel about that?
That is exactly one of the reasons why I haven't gone full time yet, because the risk averse side of me is like, will it last? You always question it. But that's part of, I feel like it's just like believing in yourself, believing in your business. Like, you can make it last. You truly can.
And I think it's more about adapting, like, that's why we say we have to go on TikTok. Because I feel like we feel TikTok is also the future. So I think it's important to adapt to, like, the changes and the trends and everything.
Yes, no, I think that's a huge part to it too, because I think, like you mentioned, like, your grandma taught you how to crochet. I feel like a lot of the older generations, like, they didn't realize that with this new technology, with the internet, with Etsy, you really can monetize. And if you adapt and, like, adapt to these new platforms, you can, make it a full-time gig.
Yeah. And it's not only for crochet. Honestly, you can do it with
With
everything.
anything.
Like there are people
Yeah.
that do ceramic, and I didn't know
Yeah.
that, but people that do ceramic sell like patterns. It's not really patterns, but it's like
Oh.
instruction to make your
Oh.
own plate and to make
That's
your own
cool.
bowl. And I was like, oh wow, I didn't know that it can apply to every type of skills.
I didn't either, honestly. That's
Yeah.
just something I learned right here.
Yeah,
That is
and
cool.
my husband told me he's a designer, and there are people that sell, on Photoshop, you have like different brushes, like to draw and paint.
Oh,
People sell like digital
digital.
brushes on Etsy.
No way.
It's
That
it's
is
crazy.
There's something out there for everybody. Like
Yeah,
you can make money doing whatever you want. It's crazy to me. It
yeah.
really is crazy.
Mostly nowadays, like that's for sure a luck,
Yeah.
like to have social medias and everything.
Yeah, I'm so glad to be living in this time.
Yeah, it's an exciting time to have a business.
Yeah, yeah. How do you feel about, oh, I guess now I'm asking you a question on your podcast,
It's okay.
but I feel like with AI, I feel like I've seen a lot of
Yeah.
people talk about the fear of AI taking over crochet. But you know what?
Yeah.
I don't think it will.
You know what I thought about? As I said, my husband is a designer, so it's also a discussion we have very often because they basically do his job, like they design
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And honestly, I don't know. I don't know what you could do with AI. What do you think like you can type like, oh, I want a turtle pattern, please give me a pattern?
I've
That's what
seen
he will do?
There are a few YouTubers, I forget their names off the top of my head, but they're like, oh, asking AI to make me a crochet pattern and see how it turns out. It didn't turn out cute, so that's good for us. But I don't
Mm,
know, in the future, if AI gets more,
yeah.
powerful, maybe you could be like, make me a crochet turtle pattern, and it'll spit
Yeah.
it out.
But
Yeah.
I the only thing I really don't like, I like technology and stuff. The only thing with AI that I don't like is that it doesn't say the source, and that's a big problem because it
Mm,
takes, so the turtle pattern come from Google and everything, and all the information, and it drops a
yes,
pattern on Chat GPT, and yeah, but it come from someone, like it
you're
comes
right.
from a blog or like from info
Yeah,
somewhere.
it
And it's the
pulls.
same
Yeah,
thing with artists, like when you put on Chat GPT, hey, I would like, I don't know, like a turtle. And the
yeah,
drawing turtle come from somewhere,
someone
someone who drew
else.
it, and you don't know the source. And I think it's a
Yeah.
problem for artists.
It is. No, that actually is a super big problem, especially with students. I know they
Yeah.
talk about, plagiarism and
Yeah.
don't use it because
Apparently
it
it's
literally pulls.
big.
Yeah, yeah. It literally pulls from other people's work, which is a huge problem.
Yeah. And I know they
Yeah.
are in court, like for they receive like ChatGPT, like some like copyrighted issue, like
Really?
Mm-mm.
I'm not surprised.
So
Wow.
I don't know in terms of crochet. Well, I hope no. If not, we will. I don't know what we're gonna do.
Girl, I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't.
Or
No, I
maybe
feel
we
like
learn how to code and we get into ChatGPT. I don't know. Or we make AI pattern. Maybe it will be something. I don't know.
we gotta adapt. We'll adapt to the
Yeah.
times.
I hope it's like it gets better maybe in 50 years,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah. Yeah, keep it traditional for a bit.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen, like, there is a brand, I'm not gonna name the brand, but they
Oh,
post, you know what
I
I'm
already
talking about, right?
they received so
It
much
was like
backlash.
the big
Yes.
crochet scandal.
Big crochet scan. I was like, how dare you? Like, I can't believe this. This goes against everything that you're like
Yes.
supporting.
So to explain to our listeners, there is a famous yarn brand that posted a picture. What was it? A rhino? No.
Yeah, a rhino or a hippo or something. Some
Yes,
big
an
animal.
animal made with granny squares, I think that was.
Mm-hmm.
And what did wait, I
It was an AI generated
yes, it was not real
image.
crochet, obviously. They didn't cover the dino and I know you received so many like backlash and everything. What did you think about it?
I was just shocked because there was already so much talk within our crochet community, within like the fiber arts artist community, about
Mm.
AI taking over, basically our jobs, like patterns, just making things in general. And then this yarn brand goes and posts and like supports AI openly, and we're like, what? It was
Yeah, it
crazy.
was like for sure a big like scandal, and
Yeah.
the worst. I think they made it worse because they blocked the comments.
Yes.
And I
Yes. I
think that
think, yeah.
when you like just go for it, like just finish what you've done, just
Like
leave
own
the
it. Just own it.
because he made it worse.
It made it worse. It was
Because when
not
I
a
saw
good
the
look.
picture, I was like, I wanted to know the tea. I was like, I'm gonna look at the comments, and they were blocked, and I was like, that's worst. I think
It's
that's why they
worse.
got even more in trouble.
Yeah, I even know someone who reached out to like that yarn company and wrote to them a complaint and everything. Yeah.
Oh
People
God,
were
did they
not
answer to
happy.
her?
I don't think they responded.
They were like,
But
sorry.
they were just like, dang, someone's getting fired.
But as you say, it's engagement. So the
It's
social media
engagement.
management was like, you know what, guys, I got engagement. I don't care.
Yeah. I feel like this brings up a good point too. Like whenever people are like, "How do you deal with like hate comments or like negative comments?" Like just look at it as engagement. It's engagement. Thank you.
Yes, we were talking about that with Carlos, and we were saying like it's even better when people comment on each other comment and everything
Yes.
because it
Yes.
creates more engagement, and you're like, yeah, there you go, there
Yes.
you go.
Thank you. Well, yeah, one of my viral videos about the financials, it's like a back and forth of this huge thread of like people just like hating and then other people sticking up for me. And it was just this long thread, and I think that's what helped make it go viral, all of the conversation.
I don't get like hate about content creators and stuff. I just don't get it. Like
I
I think
know, me
sometimes
neither.
like mostly if you got hate on your like income video, I think it's I don't want to say it, but I think it's jealousy. I think like people are
Oh.
just mad.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot too, like when you reach that many people, you get outside of the crochet community, so people don't understand.
Oh
They're like,
yes, yes.
how do you make all of those like patterns and stuff? Like, oh wow, I make it, or how do you make all
AI.
those plushies? AI. But yeah, exactly. They don't understand. They're not within the realm, so of course they're just so
Yes.
quick to judge. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, for someone, I mean, I have people around me, friends and stuff, that if you don't crochet, you for sure don't understand how we are making money.
Yes.
Because when I first started, I sold my creations, and then I switched. I was like, you know what, I can't keep up with everything, so I'm gonna make patterns.
Oh, very
And
nice.
like people were like, wait, what? You're gonna sell like $5 stuff? Like
I know.
why? And it's in terms of quantity, but like people that are not from like Etsy world, because on Etsy you can buy a lot of instructions and stuff, you don't
Yeah.
get
Sorry.
it. It's
Yes,
okay.
no. No, 100%. I think a lot of the comments were like, "Oh, how can you crochet that much to make that amount of money?" And it's like people don't understand that patterns are like all passive. It's all digital downloads. So I think that's
YouTube
where a lot of it
also
stems.
with
YouTube,
advertisement.
the ad revenue, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. They just don't understand.
yeah.
Callie, my
Oh,
dog. I don't know if
she
you.
wants to be. I hear my pug too. He scratch on the door. But if she wants
Oh,
to
really?
come, show her to us. I want to see
Callie, come
her.
here. Come here. Let's see. There's
Oh,
Callie.
oh
Hi, baby.
no! Hello, baby.
And there's her bed. Go ahead, baby.
Oh, so she's always next to you when
She's
you
always next.
crochet. That's why
Yes,
she's
she's my little
sad.
crochet buddy.
That's why
She wants
she's sad.
attention.
Oh, that's so cute. She's really
Thank
cute.
you.
I love having my dog while I crochet. It's just like so you feel like a grandma, you know, like you have your
Yeah.
dog. You have the
That is so
fireplace. Perfect.
yes. Yes, yes, you're in your granny era and it's fine. It's a great era.
So can you tell me what do you consider being, let's start with the best part of your crochet activity
Oh,
and what's
yeah.
the worst part of your crochet activity?
Okay, I like this. I think my favorite part is definitely just like making plushies that people could not buy like otherwise, especially with like custom orders. I
Oh,
recently did a custom where this mom sent me a picture of this drawing that her daughter made, and she's like, "Can you make this into a plushie?" And I said,
what?
"Yes." And I think it's just so magical to be able to bring something to life that otherwise, like, this mother could never have that plushie
And
made,
it's
you
so
know?
special,
It's
yes.
so special. So I love that. I love like making special things that I know will go to a great home or it has a certain
Yes.
meaning. That's my
Yeah.
favorite part.
Yeah, people
Yeah,
really take care of like when it's plushies they bought from like a creator and stuff. Oh wow.
exactly. Yeah, so I love that. I love that.
What's the worst part?
The worst part will have to be just like the admin side of running a business, like answering all the emails, the DMs, like constantly
Oh
dealing with like
yes,
Etsy
the comments.
messages, the
Mm-hmm.
comments. It's like,
And
it's a
then
whole
see,
nother
you
job.
have 24 hours to answer. If not, you get like a bad
Mm,
rating or whatever.
exactly,
It's,
exactly. For the
yeah,
longest
it's
time,
very
I like
demanding.
it's very demanding. And for the longest time, I would answer every single person on Instagram. And after a while, it would just take me hours to do that. And I went on vacation and then I just haven't
It's
recovered
even
since.
more, yes,
It's even more. I can't keep up. So that's
yes.
definitely like my least favorite part of the business.
Like the logistic part of
The
it.
logistics, all of that, just like email work, DMs. I love talking with people, but it's just like it's so hard to constantly keep up.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and also like sometimes messaging feels totally different like than actually talking with someone. So
Yeah, there's
yeah.
that too, exactly. Yeah.
Well, what are your projects for 2024? I know you don't want to quit your job yet, but do do you have like project for your business or something for
Yeah.
2024?
Yeah, I only sell on Etsy currently, but I really want to make my own website this year. I'm in the process, so
Ooh, that's a
hopefully.
challenge.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh, girl, yes, this has taken me so long to do. Hopefully it will
That's
launch
why I
this year.
never did it. I know how hard it is.
Girl, it is so hard. So hopefully that will get done this year.
What platform are you using?
I want to do Shopify.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard good things. I've heard
I
good
think
things
it's a
about it.
classic one, yeah.
It's classic. I also have been dabbling with Squarespace as well, but we'll see which one wins out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
start at all?
I did. I did. I'm thinking about just like outsourcing and hiring like some freelancer to
Yeah.
do it for me at this point cuz I just can't. I can't.
Yes.
It's been months of me trying to do it. So
And
there's
I feel
that.
like a freelancer can do it fast and you can like save this energy
Yes.
because
No,
it's so
exactly.
I've tried and it's
You've tried to. Yeah.
yes, it's a lot. And so
It's
that's why I'm only
rough.
on Etsy, yeah.
Yeah, I love
Why
Etsy
do you
though.
want to switch? Why I mean, I know you don't want to switch, but why do you want your own website?
Yeah, no, like don't get me wrong. I love Etsy. I will always stand by Etsy despite, all of the criticisms. Like, yes, the fees are high, but it's worth it for that organic traffic. But I do want a standalone site because part of another project I want to work on for 2024 is I want to start making like those crochet kits and really like branch
That's
out. Yeah,
cool.
yeah. So on Etsy, you don't have a lot of freedom to create like how your website, Etsy page looks like. So
Yeah.
with my own website, I could have certain page dedicated to just kits, certain page dedicated to just plushies and patterns, and make it
Yes.
cuter.
Yeah, on Etsy
Yeah.
it's hard to have a branding, I would say. Like it's just
Yes.
so like classic.
The
And
same.
organization is kind of like you cannot you can only have like 1, 2, 3, 4 things, but you cannot do I don't know how to say in English, but like an under part of it.
No, I understand what you're saying, and that's exactly why you don't have as much freedom. Yeah, and the organization is not the best, so that's why I'm like, okay, let me try to make my own website. Let me try to do crochet kits. Yeah, and then
that's such a good idea. Do you want to do like turtle kits?
Yes, turtle kits, like all of my different patterns. I will 100% send you
like
one.
that I can make my first turtle.
Then you make your first turtle. Yes, you'll have everything to do it, so no excuse.
Oh my gosh, that sounds so cool. That's such a good idea. I've seen it before, like people doing it in Europe. I've seen people doing it. That's so cool. That's such a cool project.
Thank you. And then I have one more super secret surprise project that I can't share yet, but it'll come out. It'll come out soon. It'll come out soon. Maybe we can do another one, and then I'll share all the secrets on that. But yeah, I'm doing another big project. Hopefully,
a lot of things going on for 2024.
A lot of things. Yes,
wow.
A lot of things.
Well, I wish you a lot of success. I really love your energy. I love how hard you work, because that's super inspiring. And thank you so much for all your feedbacks and everything. I think our listeners are gonna love this episode, because it's a lot of info.
Yeah, it's a lot of info. I hope everyone has enjoyed listening, and it's been so much fun. Thank you so much for having me again. I love your work as well, and I look up to you and this podcast, and it's amazing to be here.
Oh, thank you. You are part of the big crocheters, creator. So I really wanted to have you. Thank you so much, Genna.
And thank you so much for having me.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you so much for listening to this new episode of the Crochet Podcast. It was such a pleasure to have Genna on this episode. Don't forget to follow her on her social media. Don't forget to also follow the Crochet Podcast on Instagram to know all the new episodes and all the guests. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I see you very, very soon, and take care. Bye-bye.